the 2K Sports pregame show.
NBA regular season opener for a couple of teams. Thank you all for tuning in. So happy.
Phoenix, Arizona. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by the talented analyst tandem of Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. David Aldridge is on our sideline. This Arizona crowd to roar in this Western Conference matchup for the Phoenix Suns.
NBA player.
Well, it's the first game of the season. Chris, talk about what you expect to see this year in the league overall, the feel you think you're going to get.
Well, I think there's going to be two sides. It's a copycat league, so you're going to see some teams that are going to try to speed up the play. You're going to see some teams that try to increase three-pointers and decrease their mid-range jumpers. And then reality will set in, and then they'll have to kind of get back to playing regular basketball. And for some teams, it's just straight development. How can you develop your young players and get them along with maybe some veterans who are going to be transitioned out in the middle of the year? So right now for coaches, GMs, presidents, there's a lot of optimism, but there's also a lot of prodding and self-examination to see where they will be a year from now, as opposed to putting all their eggs in this season.
Now Sacramento starting five. Fox is at the point with Hield next to him at the 2. Down low, it's Bagley and Cauley Stein. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3. For 3, Booker. Rebound by the Kings.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Cauley Stein with a screen on Jackson. Here's Hield. And it's Ayton with the rebound.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Takes the 13-footer. That one wide left.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
And that one good.
It's good seeing Fox work his magic down there, looking unafraid, even though he's not the biggest of guys.
Jackson. Warren set the pick for Ayton. Pass to Booker. To the inside, and stolen by Cauley Stein. Pull-up jumper, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Fox.
Talk about ugly. I mean, no pressure being put on him, and he sails the pass right out of bounds.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. The Suns have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Outside Warren. Back to Booker. Shoots over Fox. And again, it's the Suns missing.
Well executed. Great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Yeah, coming off of a good pick, you want to get that. When he gets the separation he needs, I know he would love to have that one back.
Now, here's Fox. He feeds it to Cauley Stein. Shot clock at 5. That's a 2 from Hield. And he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick.
I like how Hill runs the pick. Gets any separation off the screen, he's ready to fire.
Now we'll go to DA, who had a chance to talk with head coach Dave Yeager. David?
Thanks, Kevin. He talked about the challenge tonight defensively and going up against a team that can really execute. He said those guys make the most of every possession. They cut to the basket, move the ball well. We have to make them take difficult, contested shots to give ourselves the best chance to win. We know how hard that is to accomplish, Kevin. Back to you.
Okay, Dave, guys, how hard a job is it going to be to keep this team's shooting percentage down?
It's going to be very difficult. I mean, they move the ball well. They've got players who can go off if the defense isn't solid through and through.
It's also going to be about rebounding, hitting the defensive boards hard and limiting them to one shot, because you got to finish it off.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, Ayton, the pass to Ariza. Jackson setting the pick here for Ariza. 6 to shoot. To the middle. Here's Warren.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Bogdanovich buries it down low. Bogdanovich has got his first points of the night.
And you can see the comfortable level Bogdanovich has. I mean, close to the rim, he knows he has the touch.
There's a screen. Warren kicks to Ariza. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
All right, a moment to check out the stats for Cauley-Stein. Good season for him last year. He was around 12 points per game last year, 7 rebounds and 2 assists. And he continues to hone his game. I think the potential is there.
Oh, yeah, you can see the potential, but it's raw. He needs to keep refining that skill set.
Now, here's Fox. Now the pass to Bagley. Back to Fox. Shoots the 3. The shot off that time. The Suns go the other way with it.
And they won the season series against this club last year, but, you know, then again, so did a lot of other teams.
And Jackson gets it to go.
And for a guy his size, Jackson has some nice handles, able to carve out there a beautiful scoring opportunity.
Even as the team rebuilds, business booming for the Kings. Chris, ticket sales, sponsorships, you name it.
Well, the fans are doing their part to make this team a winner. You can bet that.
Booker outside. Back to Jackson. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. 6 points for Josh Jackson.
I tell you what, Jackson is a lot stronger than you realize until you see him up close. Also great at just staying in control and finishing those tough shots.
Buddy Hield grew up in a tough area in the Bahamas. Didn't have a lot of things the rest of us all take for granted.
Yeah, he slept in a room with all 6 of his ceilings. At the crack of dawn, he tiptoe over them. I mean, think about this. To make sure he got to school on time, he had to be the first in his kitchen to boil water for his bath. I mean, what a story. Shows you where he came from, but also shows you what he's about.
Bagley sends a screen for Hield. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Hield's got 8.
His touch has been terrific this quarter. Most of what he puts up is going down.
Jackson passes to Booker. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Jackson kicks to Ayton. Over Hield. Again, Phoenix.
Just terrific at executing in the paint. Ayton has a nice array of shots to choose from.
They set the screen. Back to Fox. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a subtle adjustment there going up against Wynn.
Well, this is just another case where being aggressive wins out.
Now here's Jackson. 6 points for him. And here's Booker from the arc. Drains the 3-pointer.
And Jackson is a terrific passer at that forward position. Fantastic at setting the table for his guys.
Here's Fox. It's a 3-point game. Hield outside. 5 on the clock. It's deflected, but they get it back. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Bender, he's checked in for Phoenix. And then for Sacramento, Randolph comes in for Cauley-Stein. And it's Justin Jackson in for Bogdan Bogdanovic. Jackson against Ariza. And Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Bridges, he's checked in for Josh Jackson. And then for Sacramento, Labissiere's checked in for Bagley. And Shumpert in there for Hield. Bender the pass to Bridges. Booker trying to free himself up. And there's Bridges on the assist by Bender. Bridges has got it all tied up now for Phoenix. For Sacramento, they've gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. Fox against Booker. Shumpert in the corner. Labissiere, the screen. Jackson kicks to Labissiere. From past the arc. Offensive rebound. It's blocked.
tremendous at anticipating when shots are going up. Ayton is outstanding at protecting the rim.
So for the Suns, Anderson comes for Ayton, and Daniels subbed in for Trevor Ariza. And the Kings also making a change. Yogi Ferrell's checked in for Fox. Outside jumper. Pass to Ferrell. Outside Jackson. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Anderson. Phoenix has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Daniels. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Daniels has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Left side, Randolph. Over Bender. And too long on the shot. On offense, here are the Suns. They're on a 15-6 run. Booker outside. Anderson the screen. For the 3. Another 3 for Phoenix.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
The Kings trail by 6. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first. See, there are guys bring it every night. It doesn't depend on a game or a teammate or a play or whatever. Every night they bring it out. Great consistency. I know you have a lot of players that you admire in that regard.
Definitely, I admire their pride, their heart, their attention to detail, passion for the game, the Kawhi Leonards, the Chris Pauls, LeBron James, of course, Kevin Durant. So many players put their heart on the line every night. You love seeing it.
Loose, stolen by Bender. Daniels kicks to Booker. It's stolen by Iman Shumpert. Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
Nice. Look how alert Shumpert is. He knows whenever one of his teammates is open to get him to rock.
Over in the corner, Bender. And the 3 off target.
A defender nowhere near him, and he still can't hit it. He wants that one back.
Labissiere, the screen. Labissiere with the screen for Jackson. The 3-pointer, no good. Suns leading by 4. And here's Booker. 6 points for him. And the foul called on Skal Labissiere. That's his first foul. Here is Daniels, guarded by Shumpert. 6 on the shot clock. Down low. And the dunk by Booker.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screenplay. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Yeah, guys, and his teammates love it. That'll get him a few big pats on the back.
Got a piece of it, and stolen by Booker. Tries from 16. He squares up and sinks it. And now an 8-point Suns lead.
Well, he's played a smart and strong game. His field goal percentage proves it.
Ferrell passes to Labissiere. 1:53 left in the first quarter. Here's Ferrell. Good D by Booker. Suns leading by 8. Now Daniels. Pass to Bridges. Over in the corner, Bender. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Booker's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
And the defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
Now here's Randolph. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. To halt the run. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Booker with no one around. Another three for Phoenix.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Farrell kicks to Labissiere. They set the pick. And stolen by Booker. And up the court come the Suns on the break. Doesn't go that time. Shumpert with some nice D. Outside Jackson. To the middle. Looks for Randolph. Gets it to him. Lays it up off the glass. Randolph's got his first basket of the night.
Right in his wheelhouse. Randolph putting in work in the paint.
Daniels kicks to Bender. Daniels with it. Passes it to Booker. Three-pointer. Another three for Phoenix.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Here's Farrell. Right side Randolph. And oh, he hits the buzzer. And Greg Jackson known for his defense.
And a young team hungry for improvement. Kevin, they're both looking to be a big part of that.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And guys, the Suns enjoying a nice lead here.
I mean, a huge lead, and already after this first quarter, they're starting to make it look easy.
I love it. They have their track shoes on. Right off the tip, they were in full attack mode. This offense is really churning.
On the floor for Sacramento. Scal Labissiere out there with Zach Randolph. Then there's Jackson. Then it's McLemore. And it's Farrell in at the point guard position. Bagley, he's checked in for Labissiere. Jackson against Bridges. Anderson the screen. Daniels passes to Anderson. Back to Daniels. Just 5 to shoot. From deep. It's rebounded by Farrell.
And truth is, though he misses that one, it's a shot he normally makes.
Let's not lie. He has the skills to do it. We've seen that, but you still like to work for something closer.
Now here's Jackson. Back to Farrell. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening. And what a summer it was for the Suns. Landed the top pick in the draft, taking Aiden, and brought in some talent through free agency as well. Booker signing that extension solidified a very productive summer for the Suns. Having two young players that complement each other so well is huge for an up-and-coming team like the Suns.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Devin Booker is a 20-point-per-game scorer since his second season in the league. And he knows you have to have confidence to be a great shooter. He said, know the work you've put in, trust your game. Just because you miss shots, you can't doubt yourself. They're supposed to fall, and they will if you keep shooting. Kevin?
Next shot mentality for sure. Thanks, DA. Kicks it to Cauley-Stein. McLemore with a screen for Cauley-Stein. Farrell loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
You got to love the decision-making from Willie Cauley-Stein. I mean, aware he must keep improving as a passer.
Warren sets the pick for Booker. There's a good screen. And here's Anderson for three. The Kings trail by 13. The pass to McLemore. Pass to Farrell. Back to McLemore. Bagley with the ball. He's against Anderson. Bagley, no good.
Does a good job just to get the shot off clean. Even if he can't knock it down, the fadeaway is really his only choice there.
Booker outside. And stolen by Cauley-Stein. Here's Farrell. He kicks it to McLemore. Now here's Cauley Stein. They set the screen. Farrell gets the bucket.
And that's how you set a screen. Takes the D right out of the equation.
Phoenix leading by 10. And here's Booker. He's got 18. Bender dishes to Warren. On the wing, Booker. Anderson with the screen for Booker. Nice teamwork to set up the pick play and make the space for the Jay.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
And you see he's not worried about what's on the scoreboard. He just wants to go ham. Each players have evolved and the players' skill sets are better. But as far as offensive sets, I don't see that much has changed, except how do you execute them, and can you execute them with having the right position players with the correct skill set on the floor at the time that you're calling the play.
I love your honest appraisal. Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Ayton comes in for Dragan Bender, and Trevor Ariza has subbed in for Anderson.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul, still early, and just one more will put him over the limit.
Booker against Fox. Shot clock at 6. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Before last season, the NBA voted to restructure the lottery odds. See, Webb, you think the changes will promote, better competition?
More even odds for the bottom 5 teams. That's the way that it should be. The bad teams should get the little bit of help that they're needed. And I do think that it promotes better competition. So I'm definitely happy with the way the NBA restructured the lottery odds.
The line for your sons.
And if you look at the numbers for Devin Booker last season, I mean, he upped his assists and rebounding, his scoring and shooting percentages. He has continued to impress with his development.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Booker. And Greg, if you know anything about Devin Booker, so dedicated to his craft. What's next for him, you think, in taking his game to the next level?
No doubt. I think it starts at the defensive end. I mean, he's one of the league's best at scoring the basketball, but defensively, I think that's going to be the challenge if he wants to become truly an elite player.
Now, here's Bagley. Can't get it to go. He's taken 2 and missed 2. Ariza kicks to Booker. Outside Warren. Jackson setting the pick here for Warren. Kicks it out to Ariza. From deep. It's hauled in by the Kings. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Sacramento moving it around. Here's Bagley. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Suns leading by 14. Here's Booker. He goes up again, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Devin Booker at the line for 2. Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Booker.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
Buddy Hield, he's checked in for Sacramento. Both shots good from the stripe.
Well, the Kings, they're trying to draft high-character players from winning programs. I mean, that's a good blueprint for their turnaround.
There's the screen. Bagley the pass to Fox. Misses from short range.
Those are chances Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Basket good. Ariza's got his first bucket of the night.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Jackson against Hield. Pass to Cauley-Stein. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And how about the persistence on the backboard? Love how hard Bagley works on the offensive glass. Wants to outwork everybody.
Now, here's Warren. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. From down in the low post, it goes. And the Suns lead by 18.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
You know the saying, numbers don't lie. You can see it up there on the scoreboard.
Timeout called by the Kings.
Well, remember, T.J. Warren, he averaged 25 a game his second season at NC State. You want to know his role in the NBA? It's quite simple. A professional scorer.
Here's Hield. He's got 8. Passes to Fox. Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. And where the shots been coming from tonight? Here's a look broken down by paint, mid-range, and three-point shot attempts so far for the Kings.
And they've been doing a great job of getting into the paint and scoring inside. The defense allowing them easy access to the rim, and boy, are they taking advantage.
And with Warren, with kind of an old-school approach, Greg, very active with his mid-range game.
And this guy can get buckets around that rim. As he stretches his range, I think he'll only get more and more dangerous.
Now Bogdanovich, after Devin Booker missing on that last three-pointer. Hield against Warren. Hield can't hit.
Nice work to get good position inside. You just can't quite get as good a look as he wants.
Jackson kicks to Booker. Ariza outside. That's good from Booker on the assist by Ariza. That's now 26 points for Devin Booker. Booker against Fox. Top of the key, Bagley. Back to Fox. From outside the arc. Bagley, no good.
Well, it's a confidence shaker when you can't hit a wide open three like that.
Shot from 12. And the shot by Warren, no good. The Kings trail by 20. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Bogdanovich against Ariza. Cauley-Stein a screen. Off the screen, and Fox gets it to go. Fox has got his third bucket of the night.
And if you give Fox the mid-range area, he'll take it. It's good seeing him improve from there.
And Booker gets to Ariza. Back to Booker. Jackson setting the pick here for Booker. And Fox with a clear path to the basket. And it's Fox with the jam.
Quick instincts on the defensive end. I mean, when you're careless around Fox, he's going to take advantage of it.
Suns leading by 16. Booker dishes to Warren. Tipped away. It's stolen by Bagley. Fox against Booker. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Oh, this is what smart point guards do. Fox is adept at realizing the defense's mistakes and exploiting it.
And Booker kicks to Ayton. Back to Booker. Clock at 6. Jackson a screen on Bogdanovich. For 3. Booker unable to get that one. And Sacramento will go the other way with it.
And after that great first quarter from three-point range, he has finally come back to earth. They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Now here's Jackson. 8 points for him. Cauley-Stein with the screen for Bogdanovich. Cauley Stein a screen. And it's Heel off the drive. Back to Bogdanovich. Shoots over Warren. And with that shot, the Suns' lead is cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Bogdanovich.
Not letting the defense alter his shot. I mean, Bogdanovich so good at remaining in control on the way up.
Now here's Jackson. Kicks to Booker. It's stolen by Heel. And the lead is down inside single digits. Heel's got 10 points in the game.
Defense leading to offense. Another turnover and another basket.
Fox against Booker. Jackson gets the bucket. 10 points for him.
Yeah, how about the composure down low for Jackson? He's showing all the tools in that toolbox, becoming very efficient when attacking the rim.
Now here's Fox. He's got 8. Sacramento moving it around. There's the pick. Cauley Stein a screen. Pocket 6. Here's Hield, and it's denied. Out of bounds. Sacramento will take possession.
And here's some numbers on Fox. Some last season stats for him. Averaged about 11 points a game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And you like what he brings backing up the point guard.
Yeah, no doubt. He knows how to run this offense. Tremendous asset to this team coming off the bench.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Bender is checked in for Warren. Bridges comes in for Jackson. And it's Troy Daniels in for Booker. Back to Fox. Labissiere with the screen for Fox. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
De'Aaron Fox, another hyper-athletic point guard out of Kentucky. Great size at 6'4".
He can impact the game at both ends.
For Sacramento, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
Anderson, he's checked in for 8.
What sticks out about Fox is his speed. He's one of the fastest guys in the game at both ends of the floor.
Now, here's Ariza. Anderson the screen. Up off the screen, and Ariza with the stuff.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Now Fox. He's got 9. The pass to Randolph.
Phoenix foul call. Dragon Bender.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Second team foul.
And the first one drops.
And what a tremendous career for Zach Randolph. He hit some bumps early on, but he's played with tremendous consistency throughout his time in the league. Kind of environment, because you know you could get the ball at any time.
Phoenix leading by 10. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. Josh Jackson out there with Booker. Then it's DJ Warren. Then it's Trevor Ariza. And it's Ayton in its center.
And it's important that Jackson become consistent from deep. That definitely has the touch to make shots from there.
Fox against Booker. Hield outside. Shot clock at 6. Fox with it. Now defended by Warren. And Fox gets it to go.
The basketball IQ of Fox, taking the screen well and using the separation to perfection.
They set the screen. Warren kicks to Ayton. And Willie Cauley-Stein gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second personal foul.
It's Ariza on the wing. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein.
And you just have to be enticed by the skill set of Ayton, a 7'1" behemoth who plays with a lot of physicality and skill on both ends.
The first free throw is good. So he gets them both. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Fox passes to Bogdanovich. To the paint, deflects the pass. Fox against Booker. Ayton sets the pick for Booker. And Willie Cauley-Stein gets the whistle that time. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
Dang, that's his 4th foul. Now he's going to have to be careful. Still a little ways to go and only 2 fouls to spare.
Off the inbound. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Phoenix shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. He misses the free throw. And the Kings making a change here. Randolph has checked in, and he ends up missing both free throws. The Kings trail by 13. Pass to Hield. It's deflected, and that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. And this is what the schedule looks like coming up for the Phoenix Suns. On Wednesday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Dallas Mavericks. Then on Saturday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets.
And for that game against the Warriors, I think they know how important it is to see how they measure up against the cream of the crop in the West. I'm looking for them to approach it like this is a playoff matchup.
And with that shot, the Suns' lead is cut down now to just 10 on the basket from Bogdanovich. And Booker kicks to Ayton. Pass to Ariza. And Chris, Trevor Ariza, a player who does all the little things to help you win games.
Steady. I mean, he does the work. He doesn't complain. I mean, he's a soldier. One of those guys who will run through a wall if that's what it takes to win.
And Trevor Ariza, such a steady veteran.
I mean, just long, a versatile defender, can also knock down the triple. When you look at how far he's come since he entered the league as really just a raw athlete, it's a credit to his work ethic, no doubt about it. He has mastered his role.
Fox kicks to Hield, passes it to Randall. Back to Hield. 5 on the clock. Dishes it to Bagley. And that one, good. Bagley's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Fox against Booker. Outside Warren. Feeds it to Jackson. It's stolen by Hield. Here's Fox. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Fox has got 13.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Booker dishes to Warren. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's his first trip to the line.
And taking a look back at last year's numbers, he's about a 76% shooter.
And the first one at the line is good. And McLemore, he's checked in for Sacramento. Both free throws good from Warren. And so Dave Yeager has had enough. Timeout.
And they're committing an awful lot of fouls here, and not of the good variety. You don't want to give up easy layups, sure, but it's been a non-stop parade to the foul line. Here's a look at the stats for Devin Booker. Good season for him last year. Last season, he chipped in about 25 per, 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And you look at his scoring, he was #1 on the team last season.
His ability to play through contact, his exceptional concentration, that's what makes him a great finisher.
Now, here's Fox. 13 points in the game. And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
First team foul.
Bagley kicks to McLemore. Bagley sets a screen for McLemore. 6 on the shot clock. In the corner, it's Hield. Over Jackson.
And I just love watching Jackson compete on defense. Skilled and athletic. He's a guy who wreaks havoc with his activity.
Count that one. 8 points for Trevor Ariza. Just over 3.5 minutes through the 3rd quarter of play now. Fox against Booker. In the corner, it's McLemore. 9 feet out. Here's Bagley. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the 2nd effort.
And he's just an attacking player. A guy who doesn't mind a little contact. Bagley there with a strong finish.
Ariza with it. Now defended by McLemore. Ariza passes to Booker. Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
Yeah, and it's not always about your ability to make shots. Equally as important is your ability to take good shots.
Now here's Randolph. 5 points in the game. To the middle. It's tipped. And it'll be Sacramento as it goes out of bounds. The Kings retain possession.
And defensively, great anticipation, making a play there on the ball.
Now, don't forget about the good hand-eye coordination. I mean, he almost corralled it in for the steal.
Here's Hield. He's got 10. Fox kicks to Bagley. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Warren. Again, Sacramento.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Ariza outside. Back to Booker. Lets it go with a 3. Another 3 for Phoenix.
And still perfect in the 2nd half. 4 straight makes.
Fox passes to McLemore. To the middle. Here's Bagley. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
It's his shooting that's kept them out of an even deeper hole.
Phoenix leading by 11. And Booker kicks to Warren. There's a good screen. Shot off the pick. And the Suns tack on 2 more.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Fox passes to Randall. The dish to Hield. And a miss there on the triple.
He'll be beating himself up if they can't come back because he is not carrying his weight at the offensive end.
Here's Booker. Got it. Good job in the low post. Booker's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, this is a different ball game without his scoring. He's been Mr. Reliable at the offensive end.
Jackson against Hield. Inside. In the corner, Randolph with it. Fox with it. He's got 13. Over Booker. Fox, no good. Now here's Ariza, guarded by McLemore. Ariza outside. Left side, Warren. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Warren's got 8.
And since they've come out of halftime, they've been extremely poised and very efficient.
And don't forget, very accurate. Taking shots within the flow of the offense. Not something that can be said for their opponent.
Here's Randolph. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Well, he did a great job of staying patient, letting the man make his move, and getting right up on the jump shot.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Here's Hield following the score by Trevor Ariza. Will it go? Hield with the bucket. He's got 12.
Looking more active inside Hield. It's important that he keeps looking to score close to the bucket.
And the Suns call time. And the Suns here with a different look. Bender, he's checked in for 8. Anderson comes in for Warren. Bridges, he's checked in for Josh Jackson. And Daniels subbed in for Devin Booker. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Skal Labissière's checked in for Bagley. Jackson comes in for Ben McLemore. Iman Shumpert's checked in for Buddy Hield. And Yogi Ferrell subbed in for De'Aaron Fox. Here's Ferrell. 7 points in the game. Back to Jackson. The pass to Randolph. Ferrell for 3. It's deflected.
And Bender really using that 9'3" standing reach to block these shots. Just a towering presence.
Ariza against Randolph. Anderson outside. Lots of room. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Anderson's got his first 2 points of the night. The Kings trail by 19. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And there's the defensive 3-second call. For Sacramento, they have shot 67% from the line tonight, going 4-6.
One shot, gentlemen.
And the technical free throw is good. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Zach Randolph. Cauley-Stein a screen. Ferrell kicks to Labissière. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Labissière's got his first basket.
Oh, and these close shots are the one Labissière makes consistently, almost unblockable, given his height and length. Oh, look at Skal Labissière. I mean, he grew up in Haiti. I mean, in the 2010 quake, his family's house collapsed on top of him. Luckily, they were rescued, and that drove him to leave the U.S. at age 14 to pursue a basketball career.
They set the pick. Ferrell kicks to Cauley-Stein. Here's Jackson. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And Chris, I remember hearing after that quake, trapped for hours in the rubble, Skal couldn't walk for weeks. Then he comes to the U.S., didn't speak a word of English. There's a lot he's overcome in his life.
I mean, think about that. That's where success comes from, his perseverance. That's going to serve him well. Think about 1 year at Kentucky. He didn't dominate, but he's never let adversity get the best of him.
In the corner, it's Bridges. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Daniels has got 3 assists in the game. Ferrell passes to Cauley-Stein. Back to Ferrell. Cauley-Stein a screen. Off the pick. Bender with the rebound.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
There's the feed to Daniels. And the shot goes in. Daniels has got his second bucket of the night.
I like to see them getting the ball down low and then getting a quality shot.
Outside Jackson. There's the pick. LaBissiere, the screen. Here's Cauley Stein, and Cauley Stein throws it down.
Wow, at 7 feet tall, Cauley Stein is a major threat to throw it down. If he gets the ball close to the rim, D is pretty much toast.
And a hard finish there, guys.
Yeah, and only one hand needed for that one. Here's Shumpert. The Suns getting the bucket. Cauley Stein, a screen. LaBissiere, the pass to Cauley Stein. He got right to the cup using that screen. Cauley Stein's got 4 points this quarter.
And it's important for Cauley Stein's confidence that he gets these interior shots to fall. The more he sees the ball go in, the more assured he will feel down inside.
Daniels, no good. The Kings trail by 17. Back to Farrell. 1:06 left in the third. Shumpert with the screen for LaBissiere. LaBissiere, the screen. Clock at 4. Farrell. And he makes the bucket, drew contact, and gets the whistle, too.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Well, look, when you're giving up that type of height, you use your quickness. It's just that simple. And it's also a matter of skill.
For Sacramento, they have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line. Booker, he's checked in for the Suns.
One shot, gentlemen.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Suns leading by 14. Anderson outside to the left side wing. Booker outside. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Booker's got 33 points.
Nice job to get to the rack before the D could get any help in the post.
LaBissiere kicks to Farrell. LaBissiere, the screen. And stolen by Booker. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Bridges misses.
The D pretty much taking that possession off, but the shot's off target with nobody there.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. For Sacramento, they have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here.
Justin Jackson. At the line for 2.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Ariza outside. Inside. Kicks it out to Booker. Over Shumpert. No good on that last second attempt there. And team defense wanting everyone on full alert.
Yeah, I mean, you need the threat of someone rotating over at the very least. Otherwise, the offense can just cherry pick their matchups.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. On the floor for Sacramento, LaBissiere and Cauley Stein are the bigs. Jackson is out there with Iman Shumpert, and it's Bogdanovich in at the 3 slot. Now, here's Bridges. Here's the screen. Just 5 to shoot. And he's fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming up.
And you got to love the unselfish play of Bender. When he sees a teammate wide open, he does not hesitate at all to whip the ball over to him.
One shot behind the legs.
And Dragan Bender out of Croatia, the 4th overall pick in 2016. How good do you think, Greg, he can become?
You know, at 7'1", he can shoot it from range, but until he adds more dimensions to his game offensively and defensively, he's going to struggle to be much more than a complimentary player.
No, I love Shumpert. I mean, defensively, he's reliable, but offensively, you know, these guys now can depend on him, and he has a great sense for when to shoot the ball as well.
And both free throws good for Shumpert.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Now here's Bender. Here's the 3. Rebounded by Jackson. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. He kicks it to Bogdanovich. Labissiere with the screen for Bogdanovich. To the paint. And Labissiere gets it to go.
The D doing all they can, but Labissiere is just a master at finishing from there. I mean, even while getting hit.
Here's Booker. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Booker's got 35 in the game.
Still attacking, building on this lead coming down the stretch.
Well, what I like about it most is he's doing it efficient.
Now here's Jackson. Labissiere, the screen. And so the ball is out of bounds. Bogdanovich touched it last. Here's a look at what's coming up now for the Sacramento Kings. They'll be matching up against Rudy Gobert and the Utah Jazz. Then on Friday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And for that game against the Nuggets, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
Now, here's Bridges. On the wing, Booker, guarded by Shumpert. The 17-footer. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Cauley-Stein's got 4 rebounds in this game. Cauley-Stein with a screen on Ariza. Cauley-Stein a screen. Here's Bogdanovich. Off target with his 3. Phoenix leading by 16. Here's Ariza. Booker outside. Anderson with the screen for Booker. And Willie Cauley-Stein gets the whistle that time. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
And probably coming out of the game anyway. I think we're officially into garbage time. Yeah, and luckily they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can afford to lose somebody, that would probably be it.
Sacramento making a switch here. Bagley's checked in. On the wing, Shumpert, defended by Booker. And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That's foul number 2 for him. Warren's checked in for Phoenix. Jackson comes in for Bridges. Then for the Kings, Zach Randolph is checked in for Skal Labissiere. Hield comes in for Justin Jackson. And De'Aaron Fox subbed in for Shumpert. Warren against Bogdanovich. And Fox has it in the corner. Back to Bogdanovich. Just 5 on the clock. Puts up a 3. Cans it from downtown.
The three-point shot is wet. Bogdanovich looking calm, cool, and collective whenever he pulls up from there.
Now here's Jackson. Pass to Ayton. There's the screen. Back to Warren. And it's Warren with the jam.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Here's Fox. Outside, Bogdanovich. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
He's getting hotter the deeper we get into this game. I mean, he didn't give him much of anything in the first half.
Bender with it, picked up by Bagley. Bender the pass to Booker. Kicks it to Ayton. Over Bogdanovich, and off the front iron, and in it goes. And the Suns lead by 17. Fox against Booker. Bagley dishes to Fox. Now here's Bagley. Here's Hield. Again, Sacramento.
Nice work right there by Randolph. That's your big man coming off the screen and getting it done.
Phoenix leading by 15. And Booker kicks to Warren. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Ayton, the pass to Warren. Booker against Fox. Outside Bogdanovich. Pass to Hield. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. The Suns have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Hield on the double team. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And Sacramento has possession. Booker the pass to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
And dunking the ball is just second nature to Ayton. With the right positioning, he's a threat to throw it down.
Picked by Randolph. Back to Hield. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Greg, as we know, Buddy Hield, a Wooden Award winner at Oklahoma.
I mean, he grew from nothing, his words, in the Bahamas. And his first hoop, a crate he nailed to some plywood. Couldn't even afford the nails. Had to find those. So from there to here, what an incredible journey.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Whoop shots.
And that one misses.
Well, everybody knows he's a talented guard. He's a deadly scorer. He can get hot in a hurry.
He hits the second from the line. Suns leading by 16. And Booker kicks to Ayton. Back to Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
Oh, that's a terrific pass. Ayton, with the advanced skill level, he's just going to get better with time.
Hield the pass to Bogdanovich. Passes it to Fox. And here's Randolph. In the corner, it's Hield. The Kings need to get off a shot here. The shot's good from Randolph.
Oh, that's just a plus play. Randolph in the catch and shoot, pretty confident when he squares up.
The Suns have gone 7 of 9 from the field down the stretch here in the fourth quarter. Terrific shooting. To the inside. And the dunk by Jackson.
And how about Jackson just taking off on these alley-oops? He has phenomenal timing for when to jump up and finish the lob pass.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. Here's Hield after Josh Jackson's bucket. Outside Bogdanovich. The pass to Fox. There's the 3. Booker pulls it in. Booker's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
The Kings trail by 20. Now Fox. Bagley kicks to Fox. Chris, we hear the word switchability, popular term used these days. Talk about the importance of having guys who can defend multiple positions.
It's so important because it allows for the flexibility with your matchups. You can avoid being forced into mismatches. So you definitely need players like that. However, Kev, I think that the NBA has gone switchability crazy. You shouldn't switch everything. Switching on defense should only be if the coach wants to take a player out the game or if it's just needed at the last second. Usually communication communication is the key, because there are no new plays under the sun. You see the play coming and developing it, and if you can communicate, that's usually when you don't need to switch. I think coaches have lost trust in players' willingness to communicate, and switching has become kind of a lesser of two evils, I guess you could say. And I hope we get away from as much switching as we do, because it puts guys in totally wrong positions. And if you have a smart offensive player, he'll pass his way out of that right to the guy with the mismatch.
Your take is real interesting. And Phoenix making a change here. Ariza's checked in. And they call an illegal screen here.
Yeah, really bad timing, guys, to start coughing it up. He's got 3 turnovers here in the 4th. Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
I think you'll probably see more arguments on those illegal screen calls than just about any other play, maybe the charge call, but guys never think they're removed.
Now, here's Fox. Here's the floater. It's blocked, and that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. Just 5 on the clock. Rebounded by Jackson. Suns leading by 16. Down low. Booker outside. Healed on the double team. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here.
That's a jump ball.
So it's Sacramento now. The Kings trail by 16. Fox passes to Bogdanovich. Healed against Jackson. They get it back. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
And they've shown a little extra hustle on the offensive glass here in the second half. Second chance points are starting to add up for them, and they can use every one of them.
Free throw, no good for Randolph.
Zach Randolph, a paragon of consistency over his career. In his prime, a nightly 20 and 10 guy, and still producing.
Now here's Ariza. Warren kicks to Booker. 6 on the shot clock. Jackson a screen on Fox. Phoenix no good that time either. The Kings trail by 14. And the Memphis Grizzlies retiring Randolph's number 50 going into last season.
And helped forge an identity for that team and really made them relevant. I mean, he's played on a handful of teams, but I think Memphis was that match made in heaven.
And you talk about that quick twitch athletes have. De'Aaron Fox is a blur in the lane. Chris definitely an attack guard.
Oh, yeah, and it's not just his quickness, Kevin. I mean, it's his mentality, his aggressiveness. He's very competitive. He wants to impose his will on the game, and I love that.
And how about the way Fox continues to improve his game? A capable scorer who also rebounds the ball well for his size, and still, though, he can improve on that perimeter jump shot.
Now here's Booker. Tries to save it. Out of bounds. Sacramento takes possession. The Kings trail by 11. Fox kicks to Randolph. 1:41 left in the 4th quarter. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Feeds to Jackson. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
I tell you what, you gotta love his focus there. Jackson really terrific at just muscling through the contact. Takes a lot of pride in his ability to take the hit and still finish.
And that one falls for Jackson.
And Josh Jackson, the 4th pick in that 2017 draft out of Kansas, a hyper-athletic 6'8", and he's got the handles, I think, to become a terrific slasher in the league.
Now here's Randolph. And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. That'll be foul number 5 on him, and due to the bonus, will be headed to the free throw line. And Jackson plays with a great motor. He's got some grit in his game.
I mean, he's a competitor. I mean, plays with that chip on both shoulders. But give me a guy who cares. As a coach, better to have guys you need to rein in rather than those you have to kind of force to be aggressive.
Well, Chris, Zach Randolph still getting it done.
Well, look, his game remains effective because it never was based on athleticism to begin with. I coined the term old man game. He's going to be the type of player that can play in rec centers when he gets old because his game never changes. Plus, his toughness, man. He is tough. That's probably his greatest asset.
And it's good for 2.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Suns.
Their shot blocking turned out to give them a big advantage in this game.
Yeah, excellent defense around the rim there, Kevin. They were disciplined and focused.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Devin Booker.
And the way he rebounded, he surely was a spark for the team as he was securing everything that came off the iron.
Jackson misses. Here's Sacramento now. They're on a 13-5 run. It's stolen by Ariza. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds.
I'll tell you what, the energy in this arena, you can feel it.
Well, a well-earned victory, feeding off the energy of this hometown crowd really all night.
Now here's Randolph. He kicks to Bagley. Shoots over Warren. And it's off the back rim. No good. Booker with it. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. A confident win and one where they clearly